Welcome to Albia, Iowa, everybody, in District 11 baseball action. Russ W. Oker on the PitchforkShow.com, and along with me tonight will be the Hall of Famer Chad Lee Kessner and Mr. Information Josh Price. And we have a big matchup tonight for your Centerville Big Reds, who come into this game with a record of 16-16, trying to get over 500 on the season in advance in district play. And they'll take on the Eagles from Pella Christian, who come into the game with a record of 17-12. They haven't played in 12 days as they had a bye in the first round of District 11 play, and now they are ready to take on the Centerville Big Reds. Pella Christian and the Centerville Big Reds from Albia on the PitchforkShow.com. Coming up next, right here on Hy-Vee's The Pitch Gamecast. The managers are meeting with the umpires. We're just about ready for baseball here in District 11 play. It is the district semifinal between the Centerville Big Reds and the Pella Christian Eagles. And it's time now to take a look at your Heffron Chiropractic starting lineups. The starting lineups tonight brought to you by Heffron Chiropractic. Dr. Larry Heffron and the Heffron family of chiropractors send their best wishes to the Big Reds. Here's the lineup. The visiting team tonight will be your Centerville Big Reds. Coach Ryan Hodges, in his second season at the helm, got his first postseason victory against the Eddyville-Blakesburg Rockets on Saturday, and now he'll look to make it two with a win over Pella Christian tonight. Here's the lineup. Tiger Terpstra will lead off, and Terpstra will play left field. McCain Oden will bat second and play third base. Hunter Callan will bat third and do the pitching. Trey Reinhardt is behind the plate tonight, and he's catching. At shortstop, Brett Kozarich will bat fifth. Daniel Hargrave will play first base and bat sixth. Jacob Hargrave in right field will bat seventh. Tyson Bloma at second base will bat eighth, and Tommy Matley will bat ninth and play center field. Matley had that tremendous catch on Saturday night that is all the talk around town and on Facebook as he laid full out to rob Eddyville-Blakesburg of a hit and in the inning, and maybe the catch of the game and maybe a game saver as Matley hauled it in out in center field. Well, here's the starting lineup for Pella Christian. They're 17-12 on the season, and again, they haven't played in 12 days, so we'll see if maybe they're just a little bit rusty. Clay Stravers will play center field and lead off. The catcher, Scott Haberman, will bat second. Third baseman Will Dembski will bat third. The shortstop, Cade Vandermolen, will bat fourth. Batting fifth, Ben Baukamp. At first base, in left field, Cole Vandervoort will bat sixth. Batting seventh and doing the pitching, Max Sarver. Batting eighth, and at second base, Isaac Vanderhart. And batting ninth in right field is Kyle Sneller. They're under the direction of their manager, Johnson, who is at the helm for Pella, Nate Johnson, and he's assisted by Jeff Brexford. Again, they are 17-12 on the season. They've got a .278 team batting average. No home runs, so not a whole lot of power in that Pella Christian lineup. They'll get out and run a little bit, 52 stolen bases. The PA announcer is introducing the lineups. We're going to be ready for baseball here shortly. Want to thank all of our sponsors who make it possible. Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop. Call 437-7283. That's 437-SAVE for all your insurance and investment needs. Jim Ireland Menswear, a full-service men's clothing store on the south side of the Centerville Square. From dress to casual, from head to toe, Jim Ireland's is the place to go for everything from golf attire to tux rentals. Pershey Roofing and Painting. Call 895-5082 for all your roofing and painting needs. Northside Insurance in Centerville. From quote to claim, they'll take care of you. Call 856-3333, Northside Insurance in Centerville. Centerville Produce, located at 1209 South 18th Street. Pet Foods, Traeger Wood Pellet Grills, and a full line of Yeti products. Heffron Chiropractic, Dr. Larry Heffron and the Heffron family of chiropractors. Send their best wishes to the Big Reds. And Pete Harkness Chevrolet Buick, better value, better quality, better service is just a smile away at Pete Harkness on Highway 5 North in Centerville. Ray's American Smoked Meats. Call 856-7085 for all your catering needs, or stop out and get some of their tasty treats out at the Applenews County Country Club. It is open to the public. And TD&T Financial on the north side of the Centerville Square. Stop by or call 437-4296. TD&T Financial. Russ Oker, Chadley Kestner, and Josh Bryce on the call as the Big Reds try to advance to the district semifinal. It's not going to be easy. Pella Christian plays in a very good conference, so don't be fooled by that 17-12 record. They are a very solid baseball team, and of course 17-12 is not a bad record, but in a lot of conferences this team would probably be closer to say 22-8 or something like that. Well, they're getting ready for the national anthem, so we will pause and step away for that and come back with the first pitch here on the pitchforkshow.com right after this. We are just about ready for the first pitch here in Albia, Iowa. The Centerville Big Reds and the Pella Christian Eagles set to square off in the semifinal round of District 11 baseball. The winner will move on to Saturday night's action right back here in Albia against the winner of the second game tonight, Albia and Pleasantville. And the winner of that moves on to the sub-state and plays for the right to go to state. That game would be next Tuesday, the 19th, in Indianola. For the Big Reds, it'll be Terpstra, Oden, and Cowan in their half of the first. Let's set the Pella Christian defense. Vander Voort is in left. Straubers in center. Sneller in right. Dembski's at third. Vandermolen's at short. Vanderhart is at second. Baukamp is at first. Haberman behind the plate. And Sarver on the mound. Sarver is a junior with a 4-2 record. The right-hander's got a 1.98 ERA. So a very good pitcher here on the mound facing the Big Reds tonight. I'm joined by Chad Kestner and Josh Bryce. And Chad, the Centerville Big Reds certainly have a tough task tonight, but we've seen it before in postseason baseball. You just never know, and this is a Big Red team capable of playing with anybody.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. They did a good job the other night getting out and getting that first win for Ryan Hodges and getting this team off and going. They're playing pretty good baseball this time of year, and that's what you kind of have to do. So I would not count this Centerville Big Red team out against anybody.
We're ready for baseball. Tiger Terpstra steps in. He's the left fielder. And his first pitch is upstairs, 1-0. The veteran umpire, Marshall Cotton, behind the dish tonight. If you've been around the baseball field in southern Iowa the last 2 decades, you're familiar with Marshall. There's a ball hit hard into left field, a base hit for Tiger Terpstra. Leadoff single for the Big Reds, and a great way to start it. McCain Oden now steps in. And Ryan Hodges, the manager, down at the third base box, works through the signals. Tony Indris, his assistant, roaming around the first base box. Terpstra with 8 stolen bases on the season. We'll see if they test the Eagles catcher Haveman early. First pitch is on the corner for a strike, 0-1. We're stationed right behind home plate. Got a pretty good view of things. Sarber comes set, and he'll fire over and chase Terpstra back to the bag. Terpstra is safe, but he had to get a little dirty. Oden's a .371 hitter. Very impressive, especially for just an 8th grader. So he's got a tremendous career ahead of him. He squares around and drops down the bunt. Sarver will go to first for the out. So the sacrifice is complete as Terpstra heads down to second, and Oden gets the sacrifice. And Hunter Cowan steps in with his .320 batting average. The senior certainly played like a senior on Saturday. And he's the man on the mound tonight for the Big Reds. 2 home runs on the year for Cowan. So he's got a little bit of pop in the bat. Top of the first, no score. You're listening to the PitchFortShow.com. Big Red baseball tonight. Swing and a miss. It's 300 down the lines here in Albia and goes 375 in center, so it gets pretty deep out there. If you can pull the ball, it's a pretty short porch. But if you hit it straight away, you got to give it a pretty good pop. Cowan swings on the curveball and fouls it off the right side out of play. As always, we encourage your text messages at 641-895-0862. 641-895-0862. Let us know where you're listening from and send your best wishes to your favorite team or players here tonight. That's outside, and it goes to the screen on a wild pitch, and Terpstra heads for third. So the first run of the ball game is 90 feet away for the Big Reds. Crowd starting to fill in here. The early start makes it tough on a lot of folks to get here right at game time.
It sure does, Russ.
Yes, it does.
You got here, but right at game time.
Oh, my goodness.
Here's the pitch to Cowan. Lifted in the air on the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Baukamp, is going to play it. And it certainly won't be deep enough to get the run home. So 2 outs, and Reinhardt will have to do it the hard way. Trey hit the ball hard 3 times on Saturday, and the center fielder for Eddyville Blakesburg was in his way every time. Reinhardt's a .414 hitter with 7 home runs on the season. And he's got a 2-out RBI opportunity here with Terpstra at third. The pitch swung on and hit towards the third baseman, Dimsky, and he's got it, throws across, inning over. So the Big Reds come up empty in the first after a leadoff single by Terpstra. No runs on a hit and 1 man left on. We'll come back to Albia right after this. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here in Albia District 11 baseball action. It's the semifinal between the Centerville Big Reds and the Eagles from Pella Christian. Stravers, Haveman, and Dembski, the scheduled first three hitters for the Eagles. Let's set the Big Red defense. Terpstra's in left. Tommy Matley out in center. The right fielder is Jake Hargrave. Oden at third. Kozlerich and Baloma up the gut. Daniel Hargrave is at first. Trey Reinhardt is behind the plate, and he takes the pitches from the senior, Hunter Cowan. Well, I know Coach Hodges spent a little time debating who he was going to go with tonight. I think it was between Daniel Hargrave and Hunter Cowan. And at the end of the day, Josh, it kind of looks like he decided to put the senior on the mound, and you can't fault him there.
No, you can't fault him. I mean, this is a must-win game, so you want your experience out there on the mound. Either one would be a good choice, and Hunter Cowan's definitely got the leadership and the skills to go out there and pitch a good game.
Clay Stravers steps in, the center fielder, a .402 batting average, and he can run 17 stolen bases. So you want to keep him off the base pads. There's a ball downstairs, 1-0. The wind and a 1-0 from Cowan is hit towards third, but foul. Played over there by Nate Johnson, the third base coach, the manager for Pella Christian, and he's assisted by Jeff Bruxford. Cowan is 5-3 on the season. That's lifted up out of play. He's got an ERA of 4.51, 17 walks, 24 strikeouts. This is his 8th start of the year. And the 1-2 to Stravers is in the dirt, 2-2. Winner goes on to Saturday night right back here in Albia against the winner of the second game, Albia and Pleasantville. The 2-2 from Cowan. Swung on and chopped straight down, foul. You can send your text messages to 641-895-0862, 641-895-0862. Let us know where you're listening from. The wind and the 2-2 from Cowan is chopped foul again. So it stays at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 again from Cowan, and that's lifted in the air up over our heads. So Stravers working that pitch count early in the ball game. I think that's 8 pitches already for Cowan in this at-bat to Stravers.
This will be the 10th pitch coming right here.
10 pitches, so Stravers difficult out. And that .402 batting average, of course, this kid is a tough stick. And the pitch is hit hard towards McCain Oden at third. He's got it. Long throw across, and they get him. Yeah, Josh, there's no doubt Oden does not play like an 8th grader.
He definitely does not. He's got a very strong arm. You know, he's got a lot of big game experience, you know, a lot of state tournament games in the Little League and moving on up here. And he's definitely going to fit right in, and looking forward to see what he's going to become by the time he's a senior.
Haveman steps in. He's a .310 hitter, and he's the catcher. This one is in there for a strike. No score. We're in the bottom of the first. The Big Reds had a leadoff single, but we were unable to get Terpstra in. That one is swung on and hit slowly towards the right side. It'll be Hargrave, the first baseman, flipping it to Cowan, the pitcher, on the cover for the second out of the inning. And Will Dembski steps in, the third baseman. Again, not a lot of power in the Pella Christian lineup. They do not have a home run this season. That's kind of rare to see that. Good size youngsters. Unless Quick Stats was wrong, I've got them with no team home runs. 2 outs, nobody on, and no score. And a swing and a miss on the breaking ball from the right-hander Cowan. Here's the wind and the 0-1 delivery. Strike 2 called. Fastball that time from Cowan. Cowan will get it up there in the low 80s. 81, 82. And the 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball hit towards Oden at third. He bobbles it a bit. He's got the handle, throws across. This time it's not in time. And it'll be an error on McCain. Doggone it. Got up on the heel of his glove a little bit, and by the time he gathered it in, couldn't get it across there in time to get Dembski. Let's hope it doesn't hurt us. Cade Vandermolen steps in now, the shortstop. So the senior Cal will work from the stretch for the first time tonight.
Number 24, Cade Vandermolen.
Vandermolen, just a 221 hitter. Pella Christian 278 as a team. And that is a strike call right at the kneecaps. Long look down to third by Vandermolen. 52 stolen bases as a team for the Eagles. Let's see if they try to push the issue here with 2 outs. Ground ball towards short. Big hop for Kozarich. He'll flip to Blom at second. Inning over. We've played through 1. There's no score up here at Albia for the Big Reds. It'll be 4 or 5, 6, and 7. Kozarich, Hargrave, and Hargrave when we come back after this. We move to the top of the second. No score here in the semifinal round of District 11 baseball. We want to say good luck to Moravia tonight. Their boys are in action up in Twin Cedars. And Moulton Udell has a game tonight as well as they won in their first round. They're in Brooklyn, I believe. Brett Kozarich steps in, and the first pitch to Brett is down low, ball 1, 1-0. No score, top of the second. Here's the wind and the pitch from Sarver, and that's a strike called 1-1. Kozarich, a 400 hitter on the season. Had a good game Saturday. See if he can continue his success here tonight. Breaking ball hit towards the shortstop. He's got it. That's Vandermolen. He fires across for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Daniel Hargrave. Hargrave's the leading average man on the team with a 440 batting average. He gets his first look at Sarver. The big lefty for the Big Reds, just a sophomore. That pitch is down 1-0. Stop by Centerville Produce. They've got your pet foods, your Traegerwood pellet grills, and a full line of Yeti products on the levee in Centerville. That ball is lifted in the air into left field. Drifting over is Vandervoort, the left fielder, and the center fielder, Straubers, comes over, calls him off, and makes the catch. Straubers went a long way for that one. And that's the second out of the inning. Jake Hargrave now steps in, the senior brother of the sophomore Daniel. Jacob struggled a little bit at the plate this year after a solid junior campaign. He hit 247 on the season, but none of that matters now if you can get it going in the postseason. First pitch is a fastball strike on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1, and that ball is hit hard into left center field, and it is gone. A home run for Jacob Hargrave. Hey, hey, Big Reds. Hargrave rides it over the left center field fence, and the Big Reds grab the lead 1-0. Well, I'm not going to lie. I never saw it. I saw the left fielder going after it, and I never saw the baseball.
I saw it. We were just to the right side of the light pole out there, and I couldn't tell how far it was carrying, but obviously it carried quite a way, and it made it over by.
Well, yeah, he definitely hit that ball on the screws. That's a good way to get out of a slump right there, is hitting yourself a home run.
This ball's lifted in the air into shallow center field. Stravers comes on and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. But a big 2-out home run by Jacob Hargrave gives the Big Reds the lead. We'll keep it here and thank some of our fine sponsors. Pete Harkness Chevrolet Buick, better value, better quality. Better service is just a smile away at Pete Harkness on Highway 5 North in Centerville. Ray's American Smoked Meats. Call 856-7085 if you would like them to cater your next event or stop out and see them, where they are open Wednesday through Sunday at the Appanoose County Country Club, and it is open to the public. Ray's American Smoked Meats. TD&T Financial on the north side of the Centerville Square. Stop by or call 437-4296. Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop. Call 437-SAVE. That's 437-7283. Well, Jacob Hargrave going deep. That is his second home run of the season. And I saw it come off the bat, looked up, and never did see the baseball. But according to my cohorts here, he put a pretty good charge into it.
Yeah, I would say that probably landed out on the road out there.
Oh, I would have to guess so. Yeah, he definitely hit that. It wasn't one of those towering shots. That was a hard line drive that got itself out of here in a hurry.
For Pella Christian, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. 1-0 in favor of the Centerville Big Reds. The batter has been Baukamp, the first baseman.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Pella Christian Eagles will be first baseman number 4, Ben Baukamp.
Pella Christian in the all-white, trimmed in maroon. The Big Reds got the black shirts and the white pants on tonight, and the red caps. Here's the pitch from Cowan, and that is outside, 1-0. 1-0, your Big Reds lead it on a solo home run by Jacob Hargrave. Baukamp grounds towards the shortstop, Kazarich. He's got it. Fires across for the first out of the inning. Cole Vandervoort, the left fielder, steps in. He's the 6th hitter in the Eagles lineup.
Now batting left fielder number 20, Cole Vandervoort.
Vandervoort, a right-handed hitter. We haven't seen a lefty in their lineup yet. That's a curveball that stayed upstairs, 1-0. Pleasantville and Albia will play the nightcap tonight at 7 o'clock. That's an approximate start time, of course, right after this one. Swing and a miss by Vandervoort, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. And here's the offer from Hunter. Is outside, 2-1. Good crowd tonight, and they continue to roll in here with this early start. The 2-1 delivery is low, 3-1. Hunter's issued 17 walks on the season to go along with 24 strikeouts. And there's a walk to Vandervoort. 1-0 Big Reds. Max Sarvers steps in. Sarvers, the pitcher, trying to help his own cause here. Just a 194 batting average on the season.
The Pella Christian Eagle pitcher number 9, Max Sarver.
Vanderhart behind him is a 253 hitter. So even with 1 out, this could be a sacrifice situation for the Eagles. He does square around, and the bunt is down back to the pitcher, Cowan, who will throw to first for the out. So the sacrifice is successful for Pella Christian. 2 outs, and the batter is Isaac Vanderhart, the second baseman. He's a 253 hitter.
Now batting second baseman number 11, Isaac Vanderhart.
He gets his first look at Hunter Cowan. Vandervoort leading away from second, represents the tying run. The pitch from Cowan is a little high, I guess, 1-0. Got a little bit of a breeze here. It's plenty warm, but the breeze making it bearable at this point. And that's a strike called from the right arm of Cowan, and 1-1. Marshall Cotton behind the plate tonight, the veteran umpire, and Micah Shaw out on the bases. Still just a 2-man crew for the district semifinal. The curveball stayed up and in, 2-1. Marshall's son, Jordan Cotton, was a standout for the Hawkeyes. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Stayed upstairs, 3-1. Well, you got a base open here. If you're Hunter, you don't have to groove it. You got the 9-hitter, Sneller, on deck. The 3-1 is ball 4. Another walk from the right arm of Cowan. And Kyle Sneller steps in. He's a 244 hitter. And he's the right fielder for the Pella Christian Eagles. Centerville baseball playing Class 2A this year for the first time that I can remember anyway. Maybe the first time ever. Here's the pitch to Sneller, and that's a strike. 0-1. Big Reds lead it 1-0. Pella Christian with a couple of guys on here in the bottom of the second. But we've got 2 outs as Cowan tries to work out of it. Breaking ball right in there for a strike. 0-2. Coach Hodges giving the ball to his senior here in the district semifinal. And so far, Cowan has looked pretty good. Couple of walks in this inning. Strike 3 called. He gets Sneller looking. And the inning comes to a close. The Big Reds lead it 1-0. And we'll have Tommy Matley and in the top of the lineup when we come back to Albia after this. The Big Reds lead it 1-0 as we head to the top of the third. It'll be 9-1-2. Tommy Matley, Tiger Terpstra, and McCain Oden. Matley kind of the talk of the town after that catch on Saturday where he laid out and made a big league play to take a hit away from Eddyville Blakesburg and end the inning.
Tell you what, it was a heck of a picture in the online and all that from our producer Kyle Hofer. Got a heck of a picture of that play, and I tell you what, I was listening to you. I jumped out of my chair a little bit.
No, other than me calling him Hunter, everything went well. First pitch is inside to Tommy, 1-0. Here's the pitch. That ball's lifted in the air in foul territory, but it looks like it may be playable for the first baseman Baukamp. He goes over to the dugout and makes the catch. Pretty nice play there as he was closing in on the fence. And he retires Tommy for the first out of the inning. Well, you expect runs to be kind of at a premium for us tonight with Sarver, that 1.98 ERA. He doesn't give up a whole lot. So we're going to have to pitch well and play good defense and try to find our opportunity to scratch a few across. Terpstra takes a strike. Tiger ripped a single to the left in his first at-bat. We left him stranded at third. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. 1-0 Big Reds. 1 out, nobody on in the third. Curveball lifted in the air behind home plate. Looks to be playable here for the catcher, Haveman, and he's got it. So McCain Oden will step in. He had a sacrifice in his first at-bat. This will be his first chance to swing away. The 8th graders hitting .371. Two outs, nobody on, and the pitch from Sarver is swung on and missed on the breaking ball. Vandervoort left, Stravers in center, Sneller in right. Dimsky at third, Vandermolen at short, Vanderhart at second. This ball is hit towards the shortstop, Vandermolen. Backhanded play, strong throw across, and he got him. Well, I didn't get a chance to finish the defense. Baukamp at first, Haveman the catcher, and Sarver is the pitcher for Pella Christian. We lead it 1-0. After 2.5 innings of baseball, it'll be the top of the lineup for the Eagles from Pella Christian. We'll keep it here and find out what's been going on out at Hy-Vee. Josh, I know you worked kind of right up to the last minute today and then hopped in your car and took off for Albia. It sounds like a pretty busy day out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got a lot of great stuff going on. Stop in. Let's see, what is today? Today's only Tuesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we got a great 2-day sale going on, or a 3-day sale, I guess. That would be 3 days. Dr. Pepper 7-Up half liters are going to be just 3 for $5. And on Saturday only in our health and beauty care department, for every $10 you spend, you're going to save 5 cents a gallon on a fuel saver card.
All of that right out there at your local Hy-Vee store. And now the Isles Online thing that we've been around for a while now. How's that going?
That's going fantastic. We're averaging a couple orders a day, whether it be delivery or pickup. But any order over $100, if it's for delivery or pickup, is free. And then anything under that, I think, is $2.95 for pickup and $4.95 for delivery. All you have to do is go to Hy-Vee.com or Hy-Vee Isles Online. There's also an app you can get on your phone for that too, so you can do your grocery shopping from anywhere.
Top of the order for the Eagles from Pella Christian. It'll be Straubers, Haberman, and Dembski. Straubers grounded to Odin at third in his first at-bat.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Pella Christian Eagles will be number 12, Clay Straubers.
And he'll get his second look at the senior Hunter Cowan. Straubers, a senior himself, has had a tremendous senior campaign with a .402 average, 17 stolen bases. Fouls it right back at Brycer, and he didn't even flinch.
I've had a few balls foul back at me this year.
0-1 on Straubers. If you can keep him off the bases, it's a good thing because he can flat out fly. There's a fly ball right side of the infield. Tyson Blomas says, I'll handle that, and he does. Well, guys, I think that's a big key, Chad, is to keep Straubers off the bases. He's obviously what makes this team go.
Yeah, he's apparently very fast. We've seen him cover all sorts of ground out there in center field. And yeah, with all those stolen bases, we got to keep him off base. And so far, we've done so good. And actually, that's the first out for the Big Reds. It's been a pop-up. Everything else has been a ground out. So Hunter's done a good job keeping the ball down and in play.
This one's popped up again, but it's going to go out of play. Great hustle by Hargrave and by Trey Reinhardt. Reinhardt cleaned down at the other end of the first base dugout.
Hunter Cowan made his way off the mound. He was over there too.
The Big Reds look like they've showed up to play tonight, that's for sure. This is a team that's had a solid season. They've gotten their record back to 500 at 16-16, and if they could win tonight, they assure themselves of at least a 500 season. And with Pella and Pleasantville on that other side, those are two teams that we know we can handle if we play well. Backhand by Kozlerich, long throw across, and he got him. What a play in the hole by Brett Kozlerich. That ground ball appeared to be heading for left field, and Kozlerich with the backhand and the strong throw across to nip Haberman for the second out of the inning.
Very nice stretch over there by Daniel, too, to extend that 6'5" body or whatever, however tall he is. But did a good job over at first base.
First pitch to Dembski is outside, 1-0. 2 outs and nobody on. Again, the winner gets Albia Pleasantville. Two very good baseball teams, but this is a very competitive district. There's not a team in here, Josh, that has that sort of record that you say, man, they're the one you got to beat. The 4 teams left, it could be anybody.
Absolutely, and that's kind of the great thing about this district is, it's going to be anybody. There's not going to be that clear-cut choice, and it's kind of fun baseball to watch when everybody's going to be in it.
That pitch was on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 now on Dembski with nobody on and 2 outs. That one's lifted out of play. Straight back, 2-2. Pete Harkness Chevrolet Buick. Better value, better quality, better service. Just a smile away at Pete Harkness on Highway 5 North in Centerville. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 called. Cowan right at the knees, and that's the second strikeout of the ball game for Hunter. And we have played through 3 innings of baseball, and the Big Reds lead it 1-0. We'll have the heart of the lineup, Cowan, Reinhardt, and Kozlerich, when we come back to sunny Albia, Iowa. The Big Reds lead it 1-0 as we move to the fourth inning, and it'll be Cowan, Reinhardt, and Kozlerich. The heart of the lineup for manager Ryan Hodges. And we again want to congratulate Ryan and his wife Danielle as they welcomed their first child last Friday. Amelia Joe, 8 pounds and some change. Was born a little after 4 a.m. in the morning. But it worked out well because Hodges didn't have to miss a beat on the coaching side of things. Cowan lifts it in the air, out of play. Back towards the first base dugout. Nothing in one on the senior Hunter Cowan. And again, he fouls it off out of play. Hunter's the son of Wade and Melanie Cowan, and Hunter's going to go to Marshalltown next year and play baseball. Coach Rich Greif's going to get him a heck of an athlete and just an all-around great kid. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball towards the middle. Gloved by the shortstop. He fires low, and it gets away. And Cowan's going to head for second. He better hurry. Here's the throw. It is not in time. A nice stop by Vander Molen going towards the bag. He spun to make the throw and threw it low, and it got away. It'll be an error. And down to second goes Cowan, the catcher. Haberman was backing it up and had a shot at him, but Cowan was a little too quick for him. And he's down at second with nobody out. And here's Trey Reinhardt. Reinhardt, one of our better hitters, a .414 hitter this season. He pops it out of play. Trey is 0 for 4 in the postseason, but he hit the ball on the nose 3 times on Saturday. He's got to find a way, if nothing else, to move the runner here. You wouldn't expect to see a bunt with your cleanup man, but in a game where you know it's going to be runs at a premium, you never know. Here's the pitch. Trey does square, and he bunts it up the right side. Nice bunt, Trey, and the throw is low, and he couldn't handle it. Trey's safe at first. Cowan goes to third, and Trey reaches. Well, you got to hand it to Trey. You know he doesn't get called upon to bunt very often, guys. He gets it down, and then he hustles it out. And with their little bit of a mishap, he beats it out.
Yeah, that was you kind of have to give the air to the first baseman there. He had it in his glove and just dropped it and then couldn't find it to pick it up in time to get Trey hustling down to first base.
Well, and Caleb Cochran, the speedy freshman, will come on to courtesy run for Reinhardt. He's the son of Kevin and Stacy Cochran. Got a little break in the action. I'll tell you what, as hot as it is, if you get a chance to get a day off, you want to head out to the lake, Quality Power Sports. Kevin Cochran and the crew there will take good care of you and get you. They can rent you a jet ski. They can rent you a pontoon, a speedboat, whatever you need.
Canoe, paddle boat,
kayak. Yeah, they got it all out there.
So call them at Quality Power Sports. You can reach them through the resort out there if you need to, or you can look them up online at qualitypowersports.com. Well, the meeting on the mound is over as manager Nate Johnson wanted to go out and try to settle his troops. The Big Reds have runners on the corners and nobody out, and we've got speed out there with Cowan at third and Cochran at first. And Brett Kozlerich is in with his .400 batting average. Here's the pitch. That's hit off the right side, out of play. Pella Christian, a pretty solid defensive team, and a couple of mishaps here in the top half of the fourth. 1-0, the Big Reds on the solo home run back in the second by Jacob Hargrave, where he blasted one out on the road behind the left field fence. Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs. Delayed steal. Cochran going to head for second. Now the runner coming home. The throw. Got him. It was mighty close. It was mighty close at the plate. But the home plate umpire, Marshall Cotton, right on top of it, says he got him. Risky baseball there by the Big Reds with nobody out in the heart of the lineup. Coach Hodges will probably have to answer some questions about that decision. But that's why he gets paid the big bucks.
I thought he got a foot in there underneath the tag, but obviously our opinion doesn't matter much.
Just like that, Pella Christian sees the tide turn here. And there's a strike called, 1-2.
Well, the good news for the Big Reds, there's only one out, and we still have a runner in scoring position here.
Look to second. Now the pitch to Kozarich is hit towards right field. If it's fair, it's going to be trouble, and it is. Here comes Cochran, and they'll have to hold him up. Not deep enough to score him. Kozarich is kind of fainting like he's going to go to second, but now he gets back to the bag. So runners on the corners again, now with one out. Cochran had to hold a moment to make sure the ball was going to get down, so he's unable to score on the play. And now it's Daniel Hargrave with runners on the corners and one out. Daniel Hargraves, a .440 hitter on the season, flew out to center in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Fastball right down Broadway, 0-1. Cochran leads away from third. Kozarich away from first. And Hargrave's going to lay a bunt down the left side. It's going to be fair, and everybody's safe, and Cochran scores. A beautiful bunt by Daniel Hargrave. That's going to be a base hit as he laid it in a position where Pella Christian could do nothing with it. And Cochran comes in to score the second run of the ball game. Kozarich to second. And Daniel's safe at first. What a beautiful bunt by Daniel Hargrave. Just fair inside the line at third. And now Jacob Hargrave blast. Another one to left. This one is way back there. The left fielder giving chase, and he makes the catch. Did he make the catch? I think he did. Laid out and made the catch right at the fence. That is Vandervoort out there. Kozarich tags and makes it to third. Hargrave stays at first. It's a long ways out there and hard for us to tell. I was waiting for one of the umpires to give us an indication on the catch. And finally, the home plate umpire, Marshall Cotton, says indeed he did catch it for the second out of the inning. Kozarich heads to third. Great catch out there by Vandervoort for the second out of the inning as Hargrave almost had his second home run of the game. That's fouled back to the screen. Well, now with two outs, guys, even though Brett's not real fast, bottom of the lineup, now's where maybe you try to do something a little bit risky with your runners on the corners here and see if you can't squeeze another run across. 2-0 in favor of the Big Reds. The pitch. That pitch is in the dirt, and a great stop by the catcher, Haveman, to save a run. 1-1. Boy, Jake Hargrave just missed his second home run by about 4 or 5 feet out there and left. And doggone it, if not for a great catch by Vandervoort, we'd be up 3-0. Beloma fouls it off out of play. 1-2. This would definitely be the count where you might see Hargrave leave early from first and try to draw some confusion here. I don't see Coach Hodges going through any signals, so Beloma steps out for a moment. Marshall Cotton, the home plate umpire, cleans the plate. 2-0 Big Reds. We get some baseballs back into play here. Well, I'll certainly be interested to see if that play at the plate, if AJ got that on film or if Kyle happened to get a timely picture. It was awfully close. Now Hargrave does step off, and here you go, the old first and third. Hargrave tried to stay in the rundown long enough for Kozarich to head home. Now they're going to run Kozarich back to third, and nobody's made the call. He is safe there. Now Hargrave is safe at second as he goes on down. Kozarich still wiggling off of third. So Hargrave does move into scoring position, but Pella Christian handles the play pretty well, and they keep the runner from scoring. And now Tyson Beloma with a 1-2 count has a chance to drive in a couple of runs. Sarver working from the windup now with runners on second and third, and the pitch. In the dirt, another nice stop by Haveman. Another dangerous pitch to throw with a runner on third. So the count goes to 2-2 on Beloma. 2-0, your Big Reds in the lead in the top of the fourth. And the pitch is in the dirt. This one does get away, but not far enough. Another tremendous play by Haveman. That's probably the best one yet, Chad. That one looked like it was heading for the backstop, and he got a glove on it and knocked it down.
It certainly did. There's a lot of real estate back here behind home plate. Kozarich obviously didn't think he was going to get a glove on it, which he did because Kozarich was breaking towards home.
Great play by Haveman and a bit of a break for Pella Christian that it didn't squirt away further, even with him getting just a little bit of a glove on it. So here's the 3-2 to Beloma. Swung on, hit towards shallow left field, and it is down for a hit and squirts away. 2 runs are going to score as Hargrave comes around from second. And Tyson Maloma delivers a 2-out, 2 RBI single. Now he ventures off a second, but he dives back in. A 2-out, 2 RBI single for Maloma. And the Big Reds lead it 4-0.
That's the old hit them where they ain't.
Yeah, that was it was just kind of a excuse me swing, and he just dropped it out there behind the shortstop in no man's land for a 2-run base hit.
Great at bat for Tyson. Like you said, he was really just protecting with 2 strikes, and he flipped it out into left field for a 2 RBI single. And now Tommy Matley steps in, the 9-hitter. Another one of our seniors had a great ball game Saturday night. 246 hitter. And the Big Reds leading it 4-0 now. What a tremendous at-bat from Tyson Maloma. Here's the 1-0, and that's lifted in the air, right side foul territory. The first baseman, Baukamp, drifts over. It looks like he's going to have a play, and he does. But the Centerville Big Reds bring 3 across here in the top of the 4th. We lead it 4-0, and we'll come back to Albia, Iowa, and District 11 baseball after this. It was a big top of the 4th for the Big Reds, and they lead it 4-0 here in Albia. And Pella Christian has 4, 5, and 6 coming to the plate in the bottom of the 4th. And if you're Pella Christian, this is a big offensive inning because they were kind of their own worst enemy there to start that inning for us. Now they need to shift the momentum and get their bats going if they want to make some noise in this District 11 game. First pitch from Cowens, a strike on the breaking ball to Cade Vandermolen. Here's the 0-1, and that's downstairs, 1-1. Well, Pella Christian, again, they play great competition all year. This is a solid baseball team. And, you know, they're not going to lay down. There's a line drive, right center field. It's going to get down, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Vandermolen will head around second and stop there with a leadoff double. And Josh, if you're Pella, that's just what the doctor ordered.
Well, yeah, I'd say that was Pella's first hit of the game. So, you know, we've only given him the base runners. They haven't earned one yet to this point. But a double with nobody out, maybe they can kind of get a little confidence going and rally themselves back into the game here.
Well, for the Big Reds, if you can keep them scoreless here after our big inning, you really put the pressure on them. It is do or die tournament play. The loser is done. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1 on the batter. Ben Baukamp. Baukamp's the first baseman. He's been a busy guy tonight. We've had 2 or 3 foul balls over there that he's hauled in. He's got 3 fly balls that he's caught over there. Here's the 0-1, and that is swung on and missed 0-2. Big Reds leading it 4-0 here, trying to get to the district final against either Albia or Pleasantville, who will play the nightcap tonight right here in Albia. Cowan looks to second, and now the 0-2 is down and away. 1-2, try to get him to chase, but Baukamp was not interested. Ray's American Smoked Meat. You'll find them at the Appanoose County Country Club. They've got great food. Call them at 856-7085. Here's the 0-2, hit in the air, right side, foul territory, and I think it's going to get out of play. There's a lot of foul territory here at Albia. TD&T Financial joining us on the broadcast tonight. You'll find them on the north side of the Centerville Square. Stop by or call them at 437-4296, TD&T Financial. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ben Baukamp, the first baseman, a .275 hitter on the season. for the Eagles of Pella Christian. The 1-2, curveball fouled off again. Hunter Cowan, the senior. Coach Hodges debated between him and Daniel Hargrave, and he decided to go with the experience of the senior. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the heater. That's the third strikeout of the ball game for Hunter.
Now batting left fielder.
Here's Cole Vandervoort, the left fielder, a .257 hitter. He gets his second look at Cowan. And there's a pitch upstairs, 1-0. We're back on the corners with one out and a man on second. Breaking ball is a strike called, 1-1. Cole Vandervoort drew a base on balls in his first at-bat. And the pitch is upstairs, 2-1. That was back in the second inning when Cowan issued a couple of walks. You're listening to the PitchFortShow.com. District 11 baseball action presented by Hy-Vee. There's a ball lifted in the air. Foul territory will be a long run for Hargrave, and he's not going to get there. That would have been a tough go for Usain Bolt. Might have had a hard time getting to that one. Major League All-Star baseball game tonight after the home run derby last night where who was it? John Carlos Stanton put up 61
home runs. Yeah,
that was impressive.
That's a career right there.
That's what it is. Here's the 2-2, swung on and fouled right back. Bryce again doesn't flinch. Nerves of steel.
I got faith in the fence.
Vandermolen is the runner on second. He had a leadoff double. That missed outside, and the count goes full on Vandervoort with Sarver on deck. Big Reds, a 4-run lead. We got 1 in the second on the home run by Hargrave and 3 in the fourth. Cowan takes a look to second and out of the plate. Swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout of the inning and the fourth of the ball game for the senior right-hander. And now Max Sarver steps in, the Pella Christian pitcher. Sarver, just a 194 hitter on the season. Sarver's a junior. He'll try to help his own cause here as Hunter Cowan trying to squash a leadoff double from Vandermolen. Curveball almost hit him, 1-0. Sarver steps in from the right side of the plate. All right-handed hitters in this Pella Christian lineup. Strike called on the fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. Hunter Cowan checks his runner now to the plate again. Swing and a miss on a nasty curveball from Cowan. Cowan's ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Max Sarver, the junior right-handed pitcher for the Eagles from Pella Christian. They're trying to scratch their first run of the game across. They got their first hit of the game on the double by Vandermolen. And that's a ball, just missed, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a man on second in the body of Vandermolen. And here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play. Good piece of hitting there by Sarver to waste a good pitch from Cowan. Pretty nice facility up here in Albia for high school ballpark. Chain link fence all the way around. They've got the blue tarp on the center field fence to create the hitter's backdrop. Breaking ball is chopped up the left side, foul, and it's going to stay foul. Nice job by McCain Oden to hop on that, as we would have had no chance for a play there. It was softly chopped up that left side.
Looks like there's a nice little ridge there. Once a ball gets over to the grass, it's going to stay foul. It doesn't look like there's much of a chance of it coming back into play.
Yep.
So we'll do the 2-2 all over again here. Hunter Cowan to the plate. Just missed off the outside corner. The Big Reds wanted it, but Marshall Cotton said, I don't think so. And the count goes full with 2 outs on Sarver with first base open again. You don't have to groove one here if you're Hunter Cowan. The pitch is swung on and missed. So Cowan issues a leadoff double and then strikes out the side. We want to thank the folks at Northside Insurance from Quote to Claim. They'll take care of you. 856-3333. That's 856-3333. And Pershey Roofing and Painting. 895-5082. 895-5082. It's time now for our in-game summary brought to you by Oka Realty in Centerville. Call Oka Realty for all your real estate needs. Check us out online at okarealty.com. We're located at 315 North 10th in Centerville. I'm Russ Oker, the broker, and we are an equal housing opportunity firm. And the man with all the information, Mr. Josh Bryce, now with our in-game summary.
Well, we have Centerville with 4 runs on 5 hits and 1 error, 2 men left on base. Hunter Cowan's cruising right now, throwing 64 pitches. Pella Christian, meanwhile, with no runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and left 4 on. Sarver is only thrown 44 pitches, so really with some of the trouble he's been into, he's been fairly efficient to get back out of it pretty quickly.
The Big Reds will have the top of the lineup in Terpstra, Oden, and Cowan, trying to add to that 4-run lead. And it was a big 4th inning that has propelled the Big Reds so far. Want to thank Jim Ireland Menswear. They're a full-service men's clothing store on the south side of the square, from dress to casual, from head to toe. Jim Ireland's is the place to go for everything from golf attire to tux rentals. And also, remember how important it is, folks, that you tell our sponsors thank you when you see them. Because without them, the broadcast is not possible. And we're able to bring it online to folks all over the world, and we appreciate them pitching in. So please tell them thanks. Terpstra grounds the ball towards the third baseman, Dimsky. He's got it, and across the diamond for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Sarver in the top of the 5th. There's a little action down in the Centerville Big Red bullpen. And I can't tell for sure. It might be Brett Kozlerich down there. I think it is. The junior right-hander is warming up. Oden swings and misses at a curveball, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on McCain Oden. Swing and a miss, 0-2. He's the son of Brent and Julie Oden, and he's about as good an athlete and as good a kid as you're going to come across. Here's the 0-2. That's down and away, 1-2. Better value, better quality, better service is just a smile away at Pete Harker Chevrolet Buick in Centerville, located out there on Highway 5 North. Here's the 1-2 to Oden. Swing and a miss. And that's just the first strikeout of the ball game for Sarver. So the Big Reds have been putting the ball in play. Here's the senior, Hunter Cowan, 2 home runs on the season, 320 batting average in the regular season. Try to help his own cause here with 2 outs and nobody on. Try to get a rally going. Takes a strike there. Hunter's just at 64 pitches, according to Josh's in-game summary, so I can't imagine that we're leaning towards pulling him off the mound, but in do-or-die situations, Chad, you're not going to waste time, so I can see why Hodges wants to have Kozrich ready to go as we get into the late innings. If something happens, he will probably be pretty quick with the trigger.
Yeah, that most definitely. Hunter gets in trouble. He's done a good job tonight, as we talked earlier. He's been keeping the ball down. The last time we did a game, he missed everything up, walked a lot. So he's done a much better job doing that. But yes, we need to have Brett, and we also have Daniel that we can bring in tight situations to maybe get us out of the jam.
Well, Cowan fouled one off and then chased a curveball for the second strikeout of the ball game for Sarver, and it brings our half of the 5th to a close. The Big Reds lead at 4-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th when we come back to Albia, Iowa. Centerville Big Reds leading 4-0 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. And for Pella Christian, it'll be 8-9-1. The senior Hunter Cowan, 64 pitches so far in the ball game, and he's got 5 strikeouts, including the last 3 Pella Christian hitters. Tonight's winner comes right back here to Albia, Iowa, to take on the winner of the nightcap tonight between Albia and Pleasantville. That'll be 7 o'clock on Saturday. If the Big Reds are in it, we'll be here once again, bringing you the Big Red action on the pitchsportshow.com. Here's the pitch to Vanderhart, and that missed 1-0. The wind and the 1-0 from Cowan is a strike called, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 offer. Breaking ball hit hard towards short and into left field for a base hit past the diving Brett Kozarich. Boy, Brett almost made a heck of a play, laid out for it, but he was unable to get it, and it goes into left field for a base hit for Vanderhart. And that'll bring up Kyle Sneller, the 9-hitter in the lineup. Looks like we're going to have a change. Devin Haberman is going to come into bat for the Eagles.
Excuse me, number 14, Devin Haberman will be hitting for Kyle Sneller.
Haberman is a 500 hitter on the season, but he's 1 for 2, so not a whole lot of action. He's just an 8th grader, so you know this kid has a tremendous amount of talent, but limited action as an 8th grader this year. He'll get the chance here to help his team. That pitch is a strike. Haberman coming into the ball game for Kyle Sneller. Vanderhart leads away from first. The pitch, swing and a miss on the heater by Cowan. No balls and 2 strikes on the 8th grader Haberman. With 1 out, or 1 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th for Pella Christian. And outside, tried to get him to chase. 1-2. The Big Reds trying to play their way into the district final on Saturday back here in Albia. Pella Christian trying to get something going themselves. Ground ball towards short. Kozarich has got it to second for 1. Around the horn we go. Double play. The pitcher's best friend, the old 6'4", and Kozarich and Baloma look like a couple of pros out there on that one, guys.
Yeah, definitely look like they've done a time or two.
Yeah, so that was definitely smooth and well-timed and good throws all the way around.
Now the top of the lineup, Clay Stravers. Stravers, the center fielder. He's a 402 hitter for the Eagles. We've kept him off the base path so far tonight. Fly ball right field. Jacob Hargrave goes back, and he's got it. That ball kept drifting. Hargrave kept going with it, and he makes the catch out in right field. We've played through 5. The Big Reds lead it 4-0. And we'll keep it here and talk about some of our fine sponsors, including Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop, 437-7283. That's 437-SAVE for your insurance and investment needs. Call Henry Ortman. And Chad, there's probably not a bigger fan of the Scarlet and Black than Mr. Henry Ortman.
No, talked to him quite a bit. And if you ever need to know any stat from 1908 on through, Henry Ortman probably has it for you. So, yeah, he's a very big Red fan.
Also want to thank the folks at Jim Ireland Menswear, a full-service men's clothing store on the south side of the Centerville Square. From dress to casual, from head to toe, Jim Ireland's is the place to go for everything from golf attire to tux rentals. And Pershey Roofing and Painting. People don't like leaky roofs, and leaky roofs don't like Pershey Roofing and Painting. Call 895-5082. Northside Insurance, from quote to claim, they'll take care of you. Call 856-3333. And how about a nice Yeti cooler or a Yeti cup? They've got a full line of Yeti products down there at Centerville Produce on the levee. They also have high-quality pet foods and Traeger wood pellet grills. And Heffron Chiropractic, Dr. Larry Heffron and the Heffron family of chiropractors send their best wishes to the Big Reds. Pete Harkness Chevrolet Buick in Centerville. Better quality, better value, better service. It's just a smile away at Pete Harkness on Highway 5 North in Centerville. And Ray's American Smoked Meats out at the Appanoose Country Club come with a full endorsement from Chad Lee. You've had about everything now, but I know you like to go back to that El Diablo burger.
El Diablo, the brisket sandwich, even the grilled cheese, Russ. It's pretty good. I get one of those at the turn every once in a while.
Well, here's Trey Reinhardt. That's down low, 1-0. Trey's the son of Scott and Amy Reinhardt, and he has been a vital part of this Big Red team as the catcher and as one of our leading hitters. I want to thank TD&T Financial tonight for joining us on the broadcast as well. Reinhardt hits this ball towards right center field. Stravers goes over, and he's got it.
He seems like he's everywhere out there.
Yeah, say Strawber's carrying all kinds of ground out there in the outfield.
He's like Kelly from the Bad News Bears. It's in the outfield, man. He's got it. Well, here's Brett Kozarich, son of Rick and Melissa Kozarich, stepping in. He's the junior shortstop and a 400 hitter. He's our starting quarterback on the football squad and a standout basketball player as well. He takes the first pitch, breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1, and that's down low, 1-1. Well, coming into this game, guys, Pella Christian had not played in 12 days. I don't know that that's a good thing, especially for a high school team. It certainly makes it tough to keep your wits about you, and you got to knock the dust off. There's a ground ball to first for the out. And maybe that's what led to the errors in the fourth inning, but I think it's tough to take 12 days off.
Yeah, most definitely. You just kind of get out of the groove, and you kind of get tired of just practice, and you're looking for some game action and mix things up a little bit.
Well, yeah, and it's especially tough this time of year because everybody's geared up. I mean, this is a do or die situation. When you've been sitting waiting for 12 days and then you go into a win or a go home game, it's kind of tough on you.
Daniel Hargrave rips this ball towards right field, but snagged out there by Sneller. Sneller took a step in and it almost cost him as it just about rode over his head, but he's able to regroup and make the catch. That's another 1-2-3 inning. That's 7 in a row retired by the Pella Christian right-hander Sarver. He seems to have settled in here, but will it be too late? The Big Reds lead at 4-0. And we head to the bottom half of the sixth when we come back to Albia, Iowa right after this. We head to the bottom half of the sixth with the Big Reds leading 4-0. And for Pella Christian, it's going to be Haveman, Dembski, and Vandermolen.
Leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Pella Christian Eagles, catcher Scott Haveman.
Haveman, the catcher, is a .310 hitter, and he's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the pitch from Cowan. That one missed. It looked like Marshall wanted to call that a strike, but he held up, and it was a ball 1-0. There's a ball hit hard towards the shortstop. Kozarich makes a nice backhanded snag, throws across for the out. Another fine play by Brett Kozarich, guys, so far. I gotta give him the defensive MVP of the game so far for the Big Reds.
Yeah, he's done a stellar job out there making some diving plays, some nice backhanded plays. Nice flip to second to start the double play. So, yeah, Brett's doing a heck of a job playing some shortstop tonight.
Here's Will Dembski. Dembski 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's the 3-hitter in the lineup and the third baseman for the Eagles. That pitch is a ball, 1-0. He's a .337 hitter on the season. 1 out and nobody on. Here's the pitch. There's a strike called, 1-1.
Hunter's done a good job. If he doesn't start him with a strike, he almost always comes back and gets that second pitch strike.
There's the ball lifted in the air, right center field. Hargrave drifting over, Matley coming over. It'll be Hargrave making the catch for the second out of the inning. I'll tell you what, Tommy Matley's another ball hawk out there, though. He's always right in the middle of it. He was there if Hargrave wouldn't have been. You can see that blonde hair waving from about a mile away, though.
Now hitting number 24, Cade Vandermolen.
Here's Cade Vandermolen, the shortstop. He had their first hit of the ball game with a double to right center in his last at-bat, but they were unable to get him across. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Hodges trying to get Tommy over towards right center. That ball is lined towards the second baseman, Baloma, and he makes the catch. Kind of an in-between whether to stand up or dive, and he makes the catch and gets dirty. Tyson Baloma's had a nice ball game out there as well. We're going to head to the 7th with a 4-run lead, 4-0 Big Reds. We'll be back to Albia, Iowa right after this. Jake Hargrave steps in to lead off the 7th for the Big Reds. Hargrave is 1 for 2 with a solo home run, and then he almost had another one. They hauled it in right at the wall in his last at-bat. So you can bet that Sarver is going to be a little careful with the senior right fielder for the Big Reds. And Josh, we talked about this the other night, and we're seeing it again tonight. It certainly looks like a group of seniors that have showed up to play like seniors in the postseason.
Well, yeah, so you can tell their heads are definitely completely in the game. They know that if they lose, it's their last game. There's no do-over, and they're definitely playing like that and playing with the leadership that a senior should.
Hargrave swings and misses, and that runs the count to 1-2. Jacob Hargrave. The 1-2, and that's a foul ball. He stays alive on the curveball. 4-0 Big Reds, top of the 7th. We'd like to give Cowan a little insurance. For Pella Christian, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the bottom of the 7th that'll offer their last hope. Hargrave hits this ball to center field. This is hit pretty well. Strauber's going back, still going back. It's over his head and all the way to the wall. Hargrave will cruise into second with a stand-up double. And Chad, that ball is out of most high school parks, but while it's short down the lines here, it gets out to 375 in center. You got to earn it. A lot of high school parks are 350 to 365 in center, and that would have been out of most of them.
That would have been out of most of them, except for ours at home.
Yeah.
So playing at home or playing up here, you hit one to center field to get it out. You're going to have to be a man's man, I think.
Yeah, say that ball was shot out there, but he's still standing out there at second base with no outs with a double, and hopefully we can add a couple more runs here in the 7th.
Here's Tyson Baloma. Likely a sacrifice situation for the Big Reds. Maybe not. He hits the ball towards the second baseman. We'll do it the old way. Ground ball to second, gets the runner over anyway. Nice job of textbook baseball by Tyson Baloma, as he hits the ball to the right side and moves Hargrave over to third for Tommy Matley. Another one of our seniors, and Hodges will have a word with him. And that'll bring the manager out of the Pella Christian dugout, as they know this is a huge run. Well, Chad, Hodges, of course, learned a lot of his style from Bill Huseman, 37 years in Centerville. And Bill Huseman was a big fan of the safety squeeze. This is a situation where it's very likely. We'll see what the Pella Christian defense looks like. But Jake Hargrave runs fairly decent at third. Matley, your 9-hitter, handles the bat pretty well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's definitely looks like could be one of those things. Coach Hodges brought everybody together with Matley and Jacob there at third base and make sure everybody's on the same page, and we'll see if he wants to scratch his last run, another run across.
First pitch is in the dirt. He checked his swing, and the home plate umpire, Marshall Cotton, says yes, he did. Now, I didn't think it was quite that obvious that the call would come from home plate, but it did. Might have been made by the Pella Christian dugout. They certainly thought he did. 0-1 on Matley with one out. 4-0 Big Reds. Hargrave at third. The pitch, Matley does square, and he bunts it foul. So the Big Reds did have it on. And Matley unable to get it down. Pitch was a little high, and the way Hargrave was moving, that might have been more of a suicide than a safety.
Yeah, I would have much rather see the little hop, and you see it down, then go, instead of just coming hard. Because if he misses that, we're dead at home.
0-2 now on Matley. The pitch. Fly ball on the infield. This is going to be playable for the pitcher, Sarver. He makes the catch. Normally the first baseman would call him off for that, but I think Baukamp says, you know what, I've caught enough balls tonight. You have this one. So now it'll be Tiger Terpstra with a 2-out RBI opportunity here. That could be a big run. We lead it 4-0. But man, oh man, it'd sure be nice to add one right here. We're in the top of the 7th, trying to play our way into the district final on Saturday, right back here in Albia. Terpstra swings and misses on the curveball. Terpstra's 1 for 3 tonight. He led off the game with a rip shot single to left. That one's in the dirt. Well, I'll tell you what, Haveman behind the plate for Pella Christian has been spot on tonight. He saved him at least 2 runs, maybe 3. Tiger Terpstra, the sophomore left fielder, with a 1-1 count. And he chased a curveball there, 1-2.
Yeah, there's only been one ball that's gotten back to the screen, and that was in the first inning. It allowed Terpstra to get to third base. But other than that, Haveman, he's done a tremendous job back there stopping some of these balls in the dirt.
Sarver works from the stretch with a man on third. The 1-2 is up and away, 2-2. TD&T Financial joining us on the broadcast tonight. Make sure you stop in and tell them thanks for making the broadcast possible for all the folks that couldn't get here. Here's the 2-2. There's a line drive towards the third baseman. I think he got it clean for the out. He did. Dembski makes the catch. So the Big Reds are unable to get Hargrave across, but we lead it 4-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th, trying to get ourselves into the district final. And Hunter Cowan, the senior, is trotting back to the mound to try to close it out. We'll step away briefly and come back for the big finish right after this. We head to the bottom half of the 7th, and the Centerville Big Reds lead it 4-0. Coming into the game, the Big Reds would have been the underdog, Josh, as Pella Christian was the 2 seed, but this is a Big Red team that we think can play with just about anybody if they show up ready to go.
Well, and the Big Reds have had an uncanny ability the last several years. Even if they didn't have a real great regular season, they get in the playoffs and they're a whole new team, and they go in and maybe exceed expectations.
First pitch is a strike to Ben Baukamp. The first baseman, he's 0 for 2 on the night. 4-0 Big Reds, bottom of the 7th. Pella Christian season is on the line. Breaking ball hit off the right side, out of play. Centerville Big Red fans can sense it. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Chopped, left side, going to be a tough play for Odin. He's going to have to charge it. He's got it. Sets his feet, fires across, and got him. Chad, we've said it before, Odin doesn't play like an 8th grader. That was a big league play as far as the composure. He didn't panic on the slow roller, kept his composure, and made the play.
Yeah, that was the nice thing that he, like you said, he set his feet before he threw across the first base. He didn't rush the throw. Yeah, he knew he had time, and with the strong arm, got it over there just in time.
Here's Cole Vandervoort with 1 out and nobody on. The Big Reds are 2 outs away from a district final, and there's a strike called 0-1. Big shout out to the McCann family. Dave McCann is tuned in tonight online at thepitchsportshow.com. Cheering on the Big Reds. Here's a swing and a miss. 0-2 on Vandervoort. And the 0-2 delivery. Just missed outside, 1-2. Good place to miss if you're Hunter. Terpstra in left. Matley in center, and Jacob Hargrave in right will set the infield for you after the 1-2 from Cowan. Chopped left side. Hopefully it gets foul, and it does. Odin's at third. Kozlerich at short. Beloma at second. Hargrave at first. That's Daniel out there. Trey Reinhardt, the backstop, taking the pitches from the senior Hunter Cowan. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cole Vandervoort, the left fielder. Hunter Cowan with the 1-2 delivery. Strike 3 called. And that is 6 strikeouts in the ball game for Hunter Cowan. And now it's on the pitcher, Max Sarver, a junior. Just a 194 batting average on the season. As the Big Reds trying to close it out and move on to Saturday night. Here's the wind and the pitch. Up and away, 1-0.
Looked like Hunter was a little jacked up on that pitch.
Yeah, so I think he's feeling that the end is near for him, and he just kind of got ahead of himself there.
Hunter has thrown a dandy. Josh, where are we at on pitches?
He is at 88 right now.
What a performance by Hunter Cowan. The 1-0. Just missed 2-0. Well, at this point, I think you throw it down through there and see how far Sarver can hit it. He's a 194 hitter. You got a 4-run lead. It's time to bring the fastball down Broadway. Strike called. Fastball at the knees, 2-1.
And as we talked before, they don't have a home run on the season, so chances of them jacking one would be from
pretty slim.
Yeah, pretty slim.
Here's the 2-1 delivery. That missed, 3-1. Come on, Hunter. Let's not make it interesting. Let's just get it done right here. Throw it right down through there. The senior will take a little walk behind the mound and gather himself. 3 balls and 1 strike on Sarver. Pella Christian down to their last out. The pitch. Upstairs, he walked him. Well, it can never just be easy, can it?
No, that's the last thing we want. Let your defense has been playing well all night. Let your defense help you out. Throw it right down there. And I think that's what Hodges is going to come out and tell him right now.
I think this is a good trip by Ryan Hodges. You got a 4-run lead, but you don't want to let this thing get interesting at all. You got the bottom of the lineup, 8 and 9. And I'm guessing, yeah, he's out there saying, look, just throw the ball down through there, challenge the hitters, make them beat you. 4-0 Big Reds. Hodges has got the entire infield in. The Big Reds coming into tonight's game a slight underdog with Pella Christian, the 2 seed, and a 17-12 record on the season. Big Reds at 16-16, but definitely I think everybody thought this would be a tight ball game. 1 run in the second for the Big Reds on the home run by Hargrave, and then 3 in the fourth. The runner on first doesn't mean a thing. His run is irrelevant at this point. First pitch to Vanderhart is a strike. Right now, the only guy that matters would be Straubers. If he gets to the plate, then they have a chance to tie the ball game. 0-1, the pitch. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball. The runner's going to head for second. The throw down is not in time. A risky move there by the Pella Christian runner to try to pick up the base, as Reinhardt had it just in front of him. And if somebody would have covered second, we might have had a prayer. But no balls, 2 strikes. The Big Reds are a strike away from a trip to the district final. The batter, Isaac Vanderhart. He's a junior for the Pella Christian Eagles. Sarver leads away from second. Cowan trying to seal the deal and go the distance. He looks to second. Now the pitch. Swung on and hit towards center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner, and that's a wise move again, as that run doesn't mean anything. But now here you go. You issue the walk. Next thing you know, they get a base hit, and the tying run has made his way into the on-deck circle. The batter is Kyle Sneller. And I just don't think you want to see Stravers get to the plate. I know they don't have any home runs, but you know that it could happen at any time. And Stravers is a good enough athlete and a good enough sized young man that you know he could do it. Let's get the 9-hitter right here. Pitch to Snellers. Upstairs, 1-0. Two outs, runners on the corners. 4-0 Big Reds, bottom of the 7th. Strike called, 1-1.
What's going on?
Sarver at third, his run doesn't mean anything. Vanderhart at first, his run doesn't mean anything. Just need to make a good defensive play. The pitch, swing and a miss on the curveball, 1-2. And once again, the Big Reds are a strike away from a Saturday night date in the district finals. Hunter Cowan, the senior, goes to the stretch. And the pitch, line drive towards center field. Brett Kozarich has got it behind the bag. Ball game over. Big Reds win. It's a complete game shutout for Hunter Cowan. And your Centerville Big Reds have advanced to the district final on Saturday night. Coach Hodges hugging his catcher, Trey Reinhardt. High fives abound. What a ball game for the Big Reds. For Pella Christian, their season comes to a close with a 17-13 record. The Big Reds move to Saturday night, where it will either be Albia or Pleasantville, right back here in Albia at 7 o'clock. We'll take a break and come back with our Ochre Realty game summary right after this. The Big Reds win it 4-0 behind some good defense, a home run by Hargrave, and a tremendous pitching performance from the senior, Hunter Cowan. Josh Bryce now with our Ochre Realty post-game summary. Josh, what's the final numbers?
Well, Centerville, 4 runs on 6 hits with 1 error and left 3 men on base. And then Hunter Cowan, 99-pitch shutout. Unbelievable. He gave up 3. He scattered 3 hits throughout the entire game. Pella Christian with 2 errors, and they left 6 men on base. I can't say enough about how Hunter Cowan did on the mound tonight. He threw a lights-out performance. Like I said, 99 pitches and scattered 3 hits through 7 innings. That's pretty impressive. That's definitely senior big league baseball right there.
Well, and I know Coach Hodges stewed on the decision of who to go with tonight, the sophomore Daniel Hargrave or the senior Hunter Cowan. And at the end of the day, obviously Cowan goes out and proves him right. But I think no matter what happens, if you got a senior that wants the ball, you about have to give it to the senior.
Well, yeah, I mean, and who wouldn't want in that situation if it's your senior year and you're going to, you're asked by your coach to go out there and take the mound in a playoff game to get yourself into a district final. I mean, you'd be crazy to tell him no on that one. So, but like I said, Hunter Cowan, 32 balls, 67 strikes, 99 total pitches, threw an outstanding gem tonight.
Cowan had 6 strikeouts, which that's above his average. So, yeah, he came out ready to go. And Jake Hargrave, another senior, gets it going with that home run in the second. We knew Sarver was going to be tough. He's got a 1.98 ERA. And I think what Hargrave did as much as anything is let us know we can score off of this guy. Big boost with his home run in the second.
Absolutely. Hitting's contagious in baseball. And, he went out there early in the game. We got it on the board quick and kind of relieved some of the pressure off Cal. And then we went out there in the 4th and scored another 3 runs. And Hunter went out there and just shut him down after that.
Well, Chad Lee, the Big Reds making us proud tonight, 4-0 win. And we talked a little bit about Hunter Count and his performance. We talked about Jake Hargrave. But one thing we can't talk about enough is the performance of all of our seniors. Tommy Matley is in on that as well. We had Wyatt Ewalt the other night. It looks like a senior group ready to lead us in the postseason and not ready to see their high school career end.
Yeah, that's most definitely. They come to play, like you guys have talked about. That it seems like from the get-go, these guys they got their heads in the game and they're ready to go and they're fired up and looking like a team that's really someone to be reckoned with.
Well, we know we're going to have our hands full either way on Saturday night with Albia, who took 2 of 3 from us in the season, and a Pleasantville team that is right there at that same level. This next game should be a coin toss as well. That makes Saturday night a coin toss. If we show up ready to go, Hodges will have a tough decision again. Will he come back with Wyatt Ewalt, or will he go now to the sophomore Daniel Hargrave? So he's going to have something to think about in the next few days. And really, with this being just a Tuesday, Hunter Cowan, 100 pitches, he could be available out of the bullpen, probably maybe 30, 40 pitches max if Hodges needs. So Brett Kozrich, another guy, has got a full slate of pitches. We're in good shape, and Hodges is going to have a tough decision to make.
He most definitely, and it's one of those things that, like you said, you can start the sophomore, and if things get dicey early, go to the senior, or start the senior, and the same thing. If things get dicey there, you always have Jacob or Brett to come in, or I'm sorry, Daniel.
The Big Reds win at 4-0. Coach Hodges is going to join us in a moment for a brief post game, and we'll visit with him, get his thoughts on tonight's performance. I got to feel like he probably couldn't be happier, because defensively as well, guys, we were spot on from the get-go. Had a double play tonight. Nice game by Brett Kozrich at shortstop, and a couple of backhanded plays, and just all around tremendous defensive performance.
Yeah, and we had the one error in the field,
Yep.
I believe, and other than that, yeah, that really didn't hurt us at all. Obviously, with the Pella Christian not scoring any runs, so defensively we were there again, focused, heads in the ball game, everybody being alert and everybody helping out.
Big Reds win at 4-0. Coach Hodges will be making his way over in just a moment. We want to thank all of our sponsors: Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop, Jim Ireland Menswear, Pershey Roofing and Painting, Northside Insurance, Centerville Produce, Heffron Chiropractic, Pete Harkness Chevrolet Buick, Ray's American Smoked Meats, TD&T Financial, and Oka Realty with our in-game and post-game summaries. The Big Reds will play Saturday night, 7 o'clock, right here in Albia for the district championship against the winner of tonight's second game, either Albia and Pleasantville. And, guys, what we want to see is a 12, 13-inning affair. We don't care who wins. We want to see them burn up 4 or 5 pitchers apiece, that sort of thing. But I tell you what, the way the Big Reds are playing, I got a feeling Saturday night's going to be a tough task for whoever wins this second game.
Absolutely. I mean, the Big Reds they're hitting the ball well. Their pitching has been great, and their defense the last couple of games has been absolutely outstanding. You know, they the last couple of games they've got an ESPN highlight reel going on out there between Brett Kozrich making that deep play in the hole at short, and you know, Matley with the great catch the other night. So yeah, whoever has to come up against the Big Reds, they're going to have a tall task.
Centerville Big Reds 4, Pella Christian 0, and you got to feel a little bit for Pella Christian, because there's no doubt that 12 days off takes its toll. Cowan was fantastic tonight, but their bats just didn't seem like they were with it tonight as well, and you have to think that having 12 days off is certainly going to affect you, especially early on, and then when you go up against Hunter Cowan, who brought us good stuff. Pella Christian had a tall order tonight.
Yeah, like you said, they come out, they seemed a little flat. Tiger did a nice job starting the game off with a base hit, and that kind of set the tone for the ball game. And Pella Christian, they seemed kind of back on their heels the rest of the night.
Centerville Big Reds heading to the district final. We will step away briefly and come back with Coach Ryan Hodges after this. Centerville Big Reds win it 4-0 tonight up in Albia, and Coach Ryan Hodges joins us now for a quick post game. And well, Coach, I know you had a tough decision to make on who you were going to put on the mound tonight. You go with the senior Hunter Cowan. Obviously, he makes you look like a genius. Talk to us about that decision and what it finally came down to for you.
Last night after practice, I pulled Hunter and Daniel aside after everybody left, and I just flat out asked him. I said, "Who wants the baseball?" And Hunter didn't even hesitate. He said, "I want it." Daniel said, "He's the senior, give it to him." And I said, "All right, that's my decision." And I also told Daniel we're going to stay at the same routine that we had opening night with Wyatt. I had Daniel warm up as if he was going to be maybe starting too if Hunter ran into any trouble, but he controlled most of that game and pitched his butt off. So,
well, you move on to the district final, and now you're going to have another tough decision. You got a few days to stew on this as to who gets the baseball on Saturday night.
Yeah, we can go a couple ways. Daniel's obviously fresh, and he's definitely got the mindset to do it. Wyatt can bounce back. Brett's able to throw now, and I think that right now it's between those three guys. Probably get a good feel tomorrow night on which one's really wanting the ball and the next couple of days of practice.
Well, obviously, if you see Albia, it's a team you're familiar with. That could obviously weigh in. Pleasantville, haven't faced them yet. If you see Albia, I'm assuming you'll go kind of back through the book, see who did what when you face them during the season as well on making the decision. Yeah,
I think, I got to watch a little bit of Pleasantville the other night. We're going to stick around here now and watch them a little bit. Obviously, we know what Albia can do, what they're capable of. Daniel threw the ball well against Albia and had a chance to beat him. A couple defensive lapses, I guess you would say, cost us the game. Not executing at the plate in bunt situations. But tell you what, the last about 10 days, these guys have really been focused after that game. And, I told them, I said, guys, if you just continue to believe in ourselves, nobody can beat us. And that's really what they're starting to do.
Well, you run the record to 17-16 on the year. Now you play Saturday night against either Albia or Pleasantville. Well, when you're the head coach, you have to answer the tough questions, too. The decision in the fourth inning with first and third, nobody out. You got the heart of the lineup up. And you go with a little bit of a risky play. Cowan is close at home, but either way, we certainly thought it was a questionable decision at best. Talk to us about doing that with nobody out.
Well, it was a little questionable. I was trying to. I'd had some tips on their catcher a little bit from a couple guys that they'd played in the year, and I told Hunter, I said, "No, we got to watch this. If it goes through, we're staying." And I think that's what happened, because I could hear the third baseman start talking about, they had their code word or whatever, ice or something. And I think they knew that they had him out at second base. So they threw it through, and then the shortstop, made a heck of a play. And I told Hunter, just read the baseball, probably not going to go here, just trying to see if we can maybe get a little something, sneak one by, but it didn't happen. And those are decisions you got to make. And, probably looking back, probably wouldn't have done it again, but who knows? I know that those guys can execute. So that's why I was telling him, I told Caleb, I said, I know you can execute it. So I trust in your abilities and Hunter's and everybody's. And we picked each other up. So that was the great thing.
Well, for the second time in a row, in the postseason at least, I felt like we got a good job out of the umpires. Nice ball game tonight by that crew. Again, that call was close at the plate. Hard to argue it either way. But other than that, I thought they did a tremendous job tonight. Well, Coach, as you get ready for Saturday night, we wish you the absolute best of luck. And this is a team we think can go far. Lastly, I want you to comment on your seniors. We've talked about this a lot. It certainly looks like a group of seniors, and Tommy Matley and Hunter Cowan and Jake Hargrave. And I know I miss a Wyatt Ewald that look like seniors and look like they're ready to put the team on their shoulders and make a strong tournament run.
Oh, absolutely. And I hear him talking. I talk to him all the time those last couple of weeks. I'm like, guys, you don't know when you're going to take this jersey off the last time. And this is the last time a lot of you guys are going to compete in an athletic sport. So go out there and give it your all. And, Wyatt stepped up the other night. I knew he could. Tommy stepped up at the plate for us. He's made some big plays in the outfield. Hunter stepped up huge tonight because, on the mound, he's had a decent year, but he hasn't really come out and controlled the game like he did tonight. And it's great to see on that. And then obviously Jake's kind of our leader. He gets guys going. He's kind of a dirtbag a little bit and very emotional. And I'll tell you what, I was never so happy to see him get one out of here tonight. So all the seniors are stepping up huge. And as a coach, you love to see that because they're the ones they said, get on our back and we're going to take you as far as we can take us.
Coach Ryan Hodges, big win tonight, 4-0. We'll let you get with the team, and we'll look forward to being back here on Saturday night. Go enjoy the team and then go home and enjoy that new baby girl.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for us from Albia. Our executive producer tonight, Kyle Oker. And big thanks to Chad Lee Kessner and Josh Bryce for joining us here on the PitchSportsShow.com broadcast. We'll be back on the air Saturday night against either Albia or Pleasantville. From Albia, Iowa, it's a Big Red win. District final Saturday night at 7. I'm Russ W. Oker saying so long, everybody.